Well, hi, everybody. This is Bruce Pulver, and I'm with my dear friend Terry Collins, who's a real estate realtor for investors, but also a financial coach. And Terry and I are chatting today about a financial class that she's offering. So help me understand with who would be the ideal candidate for this course, and who is it really designed for?
The person that this is suited for is the one who hasn't gotten to the place where they are creating the passive income dollar amount, right, that they would need to retire. So a lot of times somebody can say, oh, I want to make $300,000 a year, or I want to make $1 million a year, or I want to make $150,000 a year, right? But nobody ever thinks about, well, what do I need to do to move from active income to passive income so that I can position myself in a way to have freedom to stop working if I choose to. There's a lot of people who don't choose to stop working, who position themselves in a great place financially, but they've positioned themselves where they have the freedom to choose to. What I'm finding is people are coming to me who've been retired for like 5 years, and they thought they were okay, but they can't keep up with inflation.
Sure.
And so a lot of people are noticing that now, so they're wanting to position themselves in a way where they keep ahead of inflation. Title of it. It's not really real estate based, so because but it really is financial, like getting your personal and your business finances in order in a way that you can debt proof your life and that you can life proof your finances. Meaning this, when something in life happens like COVID or a job loss, right? Like your BAM moment, right? A sickness in the family. My father was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver, and for 2 months, I never really left his side, but my business still went on, right? So I life proofed my finances. I could still have money coming in, and I didn't have to be there, right? And so week 8 is start again so that you can prevent the drift, right? Which is staying ahead of inflation and financial forecasting. So the other unique thing about the course that I'm doing is it's called Build Generational Wealth, right? So a big part of it is also, how people are saying, oh, I wish they taught this in school, or I didn't learn this from home. Well, here's the course, right? The course actually breaks a whole bunch of things and actual action steps, that you can apply, and you will learn what your patterns of destruction are so that you can move into patterns of being healthy and strong in your finances.
Wow.
Watch your life and doctrine closely, because in doing so, you will save both yourself and your hearers. And before we had technology, who were our hearers? The ones who were right in front of us, face to face.
Right.
And then ourselves, we hear, right? That's why saying positive words and things like that out loud is so important, because your ears hear it. So not only do the people who you're having conversation with hear it, but your own ears hear it. That's a life scripture of mine. 1 Timothy 4:16. Mine is also really rooted in a biblical foundation. So I share a lot of scripture verses that have to do with being good stewards of your finances.
Because that's important, right? If we're going to be large givers, as we're called to do, we cannot pour from an empty cup. So I think that's a real powerful message for this type of financial coaching is, what's your purpose and what's your why? And it's very clear to me, Terry, that you're teaching from your heart center and from your spirit center of wanting to really impact lives, not just today, but for those that come after, who can take your information and use it within their family.
I do want people to do the course, and I never answered your question, so I don't know much about technology, but I will share it in the comments. And I do have it I do have it all over my personal page, right? I also have a business page now called Proverbs 31 Lifestyle, because my business is Proverbs 31 Lifestyle LLC, right? Proverbs 31 Lifestyle. So I did just create a business page like that. But the truth is, because I'm learning technology, my online footprint doesn't look that good, right? But the information is solid. I mean, it's solid, and it's what you can pass on from generation to generation. They say wealth passed on will be lost by the second generation because the knowledge to gain it and keep it wasn't passed on. And so that's what we like to instill in people. How do you guard what you've built, and how do you instill those things with your kids? And then especially, like I tell my kids, listen, you walk in God's blessing and favor, so you're going to have to seek God when he gives you overflow on what to do with that overflow. So those are the things we want to instill in our children, right? We want to have them walking in overflow and then always seeking God. What do you want me to do with the overflow?